Hi, this is Dr. Daphne Bumbry, and thanks for joining me for another haunting tale. We've been discussing in the last videos many different historical sites that have reported hauntings, and I found them to be very interesting because in my research, I have found things that I hadn't known before. So the same for this podcast today, when we're going to be discussing Ross Castle, which is in Ireland. This is the first time I've heard of this castle, and I did a little deep dive to figure out what was so special in regards to hauntings, and I only found one thing, but I thought it was interesting, so I'm going to share it with you. Ross Castle is a 15th century tower house and keep located in Killarney National Park, County Kerry, Ireland. I hope I said that right. It is the ancestral home of the chiefs of the Clan O'Donoghue, later associated with the Browns of Killarney. The castle was built by the local ruling clan, the O'Donoghues, More Ross, in the late 15th century. Yet ownership did change hands during the Second Desmond Rebellion of the 1580s to the McCarthy More, who then leased the castle and the lands to Sir Valentine Brown, who is an ancestor of the Earls of Kenmare. The Browns were able to show that their heir was too young to have taken part in the rebellion, so they were able to retain the lands. By about 1688, they had erected a mansion house near the castle, but their adherence to King James II of England after the Glorious Revolution caused them to be exiled. The castle became a military barracks, which remained so until early in the 19th century. The Browns did not return to live at Ross, but built Kenmare House near Killarney. There is a legend that O'Donoghue leapt or was sucked out of the window of the grand chamber at the top of the castle and disappeared into the waters of the lake, which was along side of his house, his castle. And when he disappeared within the waters, they said he also fell in with his horse and a table and his library. Go figure. It is said that O'Donoghue now lives in a great palace at the bottom of the lake where he keeps a close eye on everything that he sees. Now, I did as much research as I possibly could to see if anyone, a paranormal hunter or a tourist, may have said, hey, we saw the ghost of O'Donoghue, but I didn't find any such thing. But according to local lore, Ross Castle is home to the ghost of Sabrina, the daughter of the Black Baron, Richard Nugent. You see, Sabrina fell in love with a guy named Orin. He was the son of an O'Reilly chieftain, and they secretly wed. So when they fell in love, it was one of those, I guess, Romeo and Juliet type of things. They were forbidden to be together, but they fell in love. They decided to run away together in search of a life where they could be together. They met one night at the lake and climbed into a boat to row across to the other side. However, a storm caught them off guard and overturned the boat. Orin died and Sabrina was rescued. However, she did not wake for 3 days following the accident. It was told that Sabrina's grief overtook her and she locked herself away in the castle tower, refusing all food and all water. She later died there in her self-imposed confinement. It is said that Sabrina's ghost has been walking the halls of Ross Castle, and she is not alone. Now, I couldn't find out anything else about what other ghosts or apparitions are walking the castle halls with her. But you are welcome to go visit. They actually have seasonal guided tours, and they also have other things like horse-drawn carriage rides through the park. But if you are brave, I welcome you to go and find out. And if you do, or if you have been to Ross Castle, of course, put it down in the comments below. Let me know so I can look into it. But there wasn't too much about Ross Castle hauntings. It was still interesting, a sad Romeo and Juliet story. But that's all for today's episode. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.